Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is hopefully a big day. I'm going to go in to see my chiro later this afternoon and get the results for my MRI. If you're new around here, I've been dealing with pretty bad back pain and excruciating pain all the way down my left leg, which my chiro thinks it's a crushed disc that is pinching my sciatic nerve. And I was finally able to get an MRI done. I was in the last video. And it takes about 24 hours to get the results. So hopefully we'll have some bloody answers going forward. I'll also need to be doing a little bit of covering your face from that light. Look at that stupid lens flare. How about that? I will also need to be doing just a little bit of prep because I'm going to have my daughter overnight. And that just entails getting out our bug out bag, as I call it, which really it's more like a suitcase, but it is a big backpack. Because when I have her overnight right now, because it's winter, we will be staying in a hotel tonight. And I gotta say, we're not being like sponsored or anything, but the app hotels.com, yeah, I mean, I have my little girl frequently enough that those points rack up. They do a rewards system, kind of like the old Subway stamp card. And after however many visits, you get a night free. I thought it would just be like at any hotel you want, completely comp. Unfortunately, no, it only covers $120 worth of a bill, but where we tend to stay, that's usually more than enough for one night. So I need to do a little bit of grocery shopping for that to prep for our stay there and get our bag nice and packed so it's just ready to go, super easy when comes the time to go pick her up from school. So with that being said, before my appointment, I've just kind of been lounging around, playing some video games, relaxing my back a bit. Made myself a coffee. Delicious. I think I want to start adding a few little flourishes to the front of my van. What do I mean by that? I've had these gosh darn things sitting around lucky ever since I moved in. This is what's called an amiibo, or better yet, let's call it an action figure. It's not really, and anybody who grew up with action figures is probably pulling their hair out, but I'm a big fan of Nintendo. I always have been, and these little amiibos were quite popular a few years back. Hi, Stella. I don't know if they're still as popular. They went hand in hand with the Nintendo Wii and Wii U, and they do work with the Nintendo Switch as well. I just bought them because I was kind of a little bit of a collecting mentality. So I have a handful of them, and I couldn't bring myself to part with them for whatever reason. I am a pretty big Nintendo fan, but they've gotten to the point where they're just clutter around the van, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to gussy up that dashboard just a little bit. What do you say? Yeah? Should we do that to kill some time before the chiro? Such a good kitty. Such a good kitty. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Come here. Hey. Gonna need to get some diesel too. We're getting down there a little low. It has been very cold the last few days. It's those days where you look outside, it doesn't look like it'd be that cold. It's usually a nice clear sky with lots of sun, but it's still just frigid. So I finally had to pull the trigger on it. Like a dummy in March, right at the tail end of winter, I went and picked up myself some winter boots. They're ugly AF and they look stupid, but they're keeping my feet warm, and they're pull-ons, which has been an absolute godsend in terms of the bending over and doing up laces and stuff. A lot of people like to give me grief that I was wearing Converse. One, because it's the soles are bad and the flat footing and everything wears out, and that's bad for your back. And also because they're why are you wearing Converse in the winter? They were, or are, I still have them. They're up in the passenger seat footwell. They're insulated Converse. They're not just regular Converse sneakers where it's a super thin material. They do have padding. They're meant for colder weather. Obviously not meant for the cold weather that we had been having, but I had the laces tied in a way where I could just slip them on, and that's why they were easier to do than my Timberlands that I have. My Timberlands I could never find, because they have those eyelets that go up your actual ankle. You have to loop or wrap the laces around every time you do them up. You just can't really get the lace in a way where it stays and allows you to slip your foot on and it still be comfortable once your foot is in it. It's probably just me being crazy. But these winter boots are much easier, and I got them at a store here in Calgary at the mall called Decathlon, which I have been told is a store that originated in France. It's very nice. Where I got my gloves from that you see me wearing all the time as well. $30 for these boots. Now, I wouldn't want to go do any -40 trekking through a whole bunch of deep snow in them, but they are keeping my feet a lot warmer than the Converse were, and they're a lot easier to put on. Here we go. Oh, it's so cold, you still gotta layer up. So flannel and a jacket. Is that a poop or a pee? I can't smell anything yet, so I'm assuming it was just a pee. I've got, what do I got? I already have one guy on the dashboard. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did Link go? We just had Link. Where did he go? Where did we put him? There he is. 6. Might be too many to have on the dashboard at once, but cross that bridge when we get there. A lot of people, well, I say a lot, but a few people I've seen asking in the comments with the fact that I live with 2 cats in my van, where do you put the litter box? And I mean, I've covered this topic before, but obviously the channel continues to grow, new people are joining, and not everybody's gonna go back and specifically look out for a cat litter video. Speaking of the other one, hi Penny. Look, she's doing what she does best, which is eat. Come here and say hello first. You already ate like 3 times this morning. Yeah, and this is Penny. We call her Tubbers because Obby. Yeah. You upset because I disturbed your 5th breakfast? My apologies. Coffee up here. So anyways, let's go take a quick gander at where I keep the cat litter box and what I use. I'm now realizing this camera angle is very low. Right? Hi. Okay. So the litter is kept back here, obviously. Where else would I keep it? And 1 second. So I built this little sort of like cabinet unit out of old furniture, like most of my van build. And then I put this hinge door on it, and this is where their litter box is. And I use wood pellets. Clay litter, clumping litter, it's all horrible. And then I saw on YouTube a woman doing this. I feel horrible, I can't give her credit for it because I don't remember who the heck she was. I wasn't even the one that found the video, it was somebody else, and then they showed it to me. It was to use wood pellets because wood pellets are just natural. They kind of smell like the woods, kind of. It's not like pine tree smell, but you know, it's the smell of wood. And when the cats pee on it, fair warning, I'm going to show you, well, pee, but it doesn't look like pee. It just looks like sawdust. So these discolored spots in the litter pan, those are wood pellets that have disintegrated down into sawdust. And that's what happens when they pee on it. Now, when they poop on it, it's a different story. They can't bury it, even though they try to, but you just pick it out with a poop bag. I usually have poop bags hanging around. Yes, I do. You just get rid of the turds right away, throw them out. And then this is 2 litter boxes. They're exactly the same. The top one, shake this down, you can see there are holes in the bottom that I drilled with a drill. And what I can do is I separate these pans just a little bit, and then I shake it back and forth until all the sawdust goes into the bottom pan. Then I can separate the trays, and you take the bottom pan that has nothing but sawdust in it now, dump it in the garbage bag, put the trays back in here, add wood pellets if I need to. And I keep a spare supply, or not a spare supply, I keep my supply of wood pellets buried underneath my bed, which I'll get to in a minute. But first, this is what doing the cat litter looks like when you're in a parking lot of a Walmart. Okay. Separate the trays just a bit. All right. Now I've got nothing but wood pellets in this one, and nothing but sawdust in this one. So now this we will dump in the garbage. I don't know if my garbage is empty enough. Hang on. Okay, I just had to change my garbage bag in here, so I gotta do a garbage dump after this. I got my garbage on the door here. I got the pan with the sawdust in it. So super simple, right? And just into the bag, and I'll dispose of that whenever I find a garbage. This is the one bad thing, because like, of course, especially when you have 2 cats, you're gonna have some stuff that sticks to the bottom. So you just get out, I use a wet wipe and just clean this out every once in a while so it doesn't get too bad. People wonder about the smell. It only smells when they take a hot dookie, but that's just incentive to clean it up right away. And if you're concerned about it waking you up in the middle of the night, in over a year of being in my van, I think I've been woken up twice. That's too much for you to handle. Don't live in a van with cats. Watch your head, Fox. Ooh, Fox backlit AF. So like I said, I've had these guys kicking around since I moved into the van, obviously. And I did, what I did was a couple videos back, I got in the mail from one of my Patreon supporters. Hi, Cameron. He sent me a whole bunch of Velcro slips for patches, right? So they're double-sided sticky, and then they're Velcro that you could pull apart. So there's a bunch of them in there, more than I have of patches. So I decided to put those on their bases, and I just have to peel off a little sticky, and we can get them mounted to the dash just like Fox. But I better see how they all look up there. I gotta remember the cats need a clear path up onto the dash where they like to sit. Speaking of the devil, here comes Stella now. And I need to be able to reach up with my vacuum to vacuum off my windshield. You don't know what I'm talking about? Stay tuned, or just go back and watch some previous videos. I don't want them to be interfering with my arm when I bring it up to do stuff like that, but here in the middle, kind of right above the radio, shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if all 5 are going to be able to, or what did I say, 6? I don't know if all 6 are going to be able to fit up here. And they just kind of look like they're, I guess I could create like a little, that's weird, like that. Wow. And Yoshi can bring up the rear. Everybody just calm down. Well, there we go. Like, they're not, none of them are stuck. The only one that's attached right now is Fox. Hi, Stella. She's like, get those things out of my area. I like it, and it's just a way of kind of bringing the dash to life. I've had a pretty plain Jane dashboard for a very long time. And again, like something here wouldn't really work because that's where my arm goes to do the vacuuming. And I just go, meh. Oh, bye-bye, Zero Suit Samus. You know what I mean? Get your poop in a group, lady. Turn around. Bye-bye. I don't know. It's like one of those things. I always used to see cars where people have a whole bunch of stuff on their dash. I kind of thought, well, that's a little weird, but to each their own. My mom used to have the California raisins in her car, like either right around her cluster or on her dashboard. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google California raisins. But yeah, like I said, just something, more or less a place for them to go, and they're things that I like, right? So I've been finding as I get older, because I've always liked video games, and I grew up on Nintendo, and then when I was a young adult, I really got into Xbox and PlayStation. And don't get me wrong, I still like games on those systems as well, but I found myself sort of gravitating back towards Nintendo products. I mean, for the majority of, well, my entire van life, I've had a Switch. For my entire van life, I've had my Switch, but I wasn't even playing it all that much up until fairly recently. And I don't know, I found a newfound sparkle in my eye. It's weird. I don't really know what I'm saying, but it's just been very appealing to go back and play these games that, while they are new, feature characters that remind me of my childhood. So if this is my midlife crisis, number 1, yikes, because holy damn. And number 2, I'm okay with it because it doesn't cost me anything. We'll save the big expense of the midlife crisis for the Raptor R. I think I kind of like this with these 2 mooks over here. PacMan's the only one short enough to sort of fit in this little nook where the A-pillar comes down and meets the dashboard. And then Zero Suit Samus can kind of defend his weird yellow butt from there. And these other guys also have to figure out. But although I don't mind this little bit of a cluster. I'm making a real big deal out of little toys. And I don't give a That's what I like about these things being on Velcro. If I ever need to like remove my A-pillar or anything, they should come off fairly easily and leave their placeholders on the dash or whatever. All right, you babysit PacMan, okay? Don't let anything bad happen to him. Good job, Samus. Hi, Stella. Okay, outside the Cairo, still got about half an hour till I have to go in, so I'm just gonna have a snack while I wait. No, not just pretzels. It's nice and warm in here. Yeesh. Short walk out into the Cairo. I don't think I'm gonna need my big jacket. flannel will probably suffice. Milk. Give me some milk. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh no, this is behind me. Place for everything and everything in its place. So it's been really nice having this shaker to make protein shakes with. Very convenient, very simple, quick and dirty, and pretty tasty, right? Good snack, or good like meal replacement too, honestly. The problem is this thing gets disgusting, as does this thing. The little ball that goes inside and makes that noise. Yeah, that one. It gets gross, and it's very, very hard to clean something like that in a van without going through a whole butt ton of water. So I found myself getting into the habit of only having a protein shake on the days where I'm gonna end up at a place with some nice warm running water. Yes, I could probably just take it into the bathroom at Walmart and rinse it out at the end of the day, but I didn't want that to become like a staple of something I would have to do, haul my shaker in and out of Walmart every day. So I have dinner over at my cousin's twice a week. So on those days, I'll usually have a protein shake. Tonight, I know I'll end up at a hotel. So I will enjoy myself a protein shake now, and probably in the morning as well, and rinse it before we leave. Yuck, don't get protein powder all over your black pants. Wow, that stands out. Anyway, moving right along. Says this milk expired yesterday.
You ever have milk the day after the day? Scares the hell out of you, doesn't it?
How do they know the exact date?
You know, they don't say like it's in the vicinity, give or take, roughly. They brand it right into the side of the carton, and then they... That's your goddamn day right there.
Smells fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Now always check, recheck, and triple check your seals on these damn things. Ask me how I know. It's pretty good.
It's after the day. I'm taking a big chance. I smelled it. You smell it. What is it supposed to smell like? It smelled like milk to me.
All right, that's all she wrote. Gotta remember to bring that into the hotel with me, whenever that is. And I think I'm gonna start heading into the chiropractor's office now. It'll be a little bit early, but that'll allow me the opportunity to use the washroom, and more often than not, he's able to get me in a little bit early. So, see you soon. I don't know how to do this without making it so dramatic, it seems ridiculous. But got my MRI results, had a consult with the chiro. We didn't even do an actual like chiro appointment. And I just got off the phone with my parents, because who else are you going to call when you get some unfortunate news? So crazy, because I thought for sure I was going to go in there and it was going to be like, the MRI didn't show anything. You're going to have to go back and we're going to have to specifically MRI your leg, like a complete layman, right? Because I'd honestly, like, my back has not been hurting that much. It's just my leg pain has been there, but not my back. Anyway, in his opinion, the only route to go down, there's no point in doing chiro, there's no point in doing physical therapy, there's no point in doing acupuncture right now. It needs to be surgery. He's never seen stuff like this before. The way I understand it is the jelly that is around my disc on the L5 S1 area is completely come out, and there's about 4 centimeters of it protruding out of where it's supposed to be. So that's not what I was expecting at all. I was quite shocked. But after talking with him, he was so supportive, so easy to talk to. It is just what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it now. The next step will just be to get that appointment with a surgeon set up so I can talk to them and hear their opinion on it. Because my chiro said he had never seen results like this. He asked 2 other chiros in the office. They had never seen results like this. But then he even said that doesn't mean that a surgeon won't read this and say, oh yes, I see this all the time. And it's super easy. It's just scary to hear. And I guess the most responsible thing for me to do right now to point out is that because I've been so transparent and putting this all here on my YouTube channel, because it's part of my life and it's what I'm going through, it's hard for me to not be affected by all the comments I've seen. And it's pretty much been almost, I don't even know if I would say down the middle, but people like there's a group of people saying, oh, I had surgery with issues and my life completely changed. I've never been better. You need to get surgery. And then on the other side, which in my mind is a little bit more heavily weighted, it's been people with horror stories saying, don't get surgery. It could end horribly. It could get so much worse. And it's just, so you have this information because you've put all of your information out there into the ether for people to consume and process. And then you go into a meeting like this and you hear only option surgery. That floors you, and that is completely 100% my fault, right? So this is just going to be a test of my resolve, of what I can take mentally and whatnot. So I've got bigger fish to fry for today. Obviously I need to stay focused. I'm going to have my little girl tonight, and just continue what I've been doing. Just be careful how I'm moving, and just wait to hear about setting up that appointment with a surgeon. What else can I say right now, right? I don't know. Double flannel. That ought to keep me warm. All right. I'm in the parking lot of the hotel where I'm staying tonight. I've just been getting the bag sorted and all together. I like to get here before I pick her up, so I can go in and take the big bag in. That way, if she is in a handful sort of mood once I get her, it's easier for me to sort of wrangle her. I need to figure out a better system. I think this is very large for one night, but it does have all of our essentials, and it sure does make it very easy to haul in and out on your back. How much more damage could I do anyway? So yeah, I got that set up. I stopped at my mailbox too, and I picked up an Amazon order that I placed for myself. I went online after the pancake vlog, that premiere just went live. Forgive me for not being present on that premiere. Yeah, I got myself a butter dish. It's plastic. Every time I see a butter dish, they're always porcelain, and I'm like, oh, that won't work in a van. But I was able to find this guy for like $5 on Amazon here in one day. So I'm hoping this will solve my butter problems. Butter problems. It's not like it was a butter problem, but butter's not supposed to be kept in the fridge, right? And when it is in the fridge, it gets a little hard. Now, everybody calm down. I know the majority of my audience probably prefers things that way. But when it comes to butter, it's better to be soft. Give me a second, you're on the fridge. Let's move you over here. There we go. Where is that stick of butter? There we go. Alright. Unwrap it from its aluminum foil prison. Come here, stick of butter. I actually had to go buy some more butter because when I made those pancakes, the only butter I had in the van was salted butter. And it's fine in a pinch, but unsalted is much better for breakfast foods in my opinion. So there, now we got that. It's even got this like little, I don't know, safety hat that it's supposed to wear in here. What the hell? Oh, it's a measurement thing. That's cool. So just sit on top of the butter like that? That's stupid. Go it this way. What the? That's dumb as all get out. What kind of nonsense is this? All right, well, that thing sucks. Anyways, just gonna put the lid on it. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. I haven't made room for it yet. I got Brooklyn her own little tiny wolf pack bag. Makes it a lot easier to carry stuff like toiletries and whatnot in. Plus, I can put her to work when we're doing stuff like this, you know? Yeah, there's not a lot of room up there. Oh, I didn't even take my multivitamins for today, though. Oh, look, and now there's room for my butter. Ha! Although, better if it's like that. Pancake cupboard. Awesome. I've said it twice before on this vlog. I'm going to keep saying it. 1 a day. Directions? Take 2 daily. 1. 2. Should I live on the edge and have 3? Nobody needs that much vitamin. It's also another reason I'm taking her, is because it's her mom's birthday today. And I guess when they woke up this morning, Brooklyn found out that it was her mom's birthday because she told her or whatever, and she got very excited. So now she's in a mood where she didn't want to miss her mom's birthday party. She didn't want to miss out on cake. Probably more importantly, let's get serious. Sorry, I just reached to put that in the garbage and there's no garbage bag there. So her mom asked me if I could try to fulfill that wish for her tonight. So when I went and picked up some groceries, I was able to find these little 2-bite cupcakes, which I'm sure she will be more than thrilled to share with me. So that is that. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm going to take this 1 day at a time. Hi, Stella. And I will go see the surgeon because that's what I've been instructed is the best thing to do. And there ain't nothing wrong with a consult. So, I'd be lying if I said it didn't put a little bit of a damper on my day, obviously. I don't even know if this is a good camera angle or not. I hope so. I don't really suck in the editing room. The editing room, which is wherever I am when I'm editing. Garbage bag and the garbage can. Obviously, it put a little bit of a damper on the day. Took the wind out of my sails, so to speak. But hey, stuff like that happens. Not every single day can be up, 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 hilarious, hilarious, positive, positive. Stick your head in the sand and ignore the negatives. I don't believe that. I've never said that, and I never will say that. And it is important for me to also show and talk about the struggles that I go through, regardless of what anybody online might say. And that's not to say that the majority of you are not amazing, incredible people, because you are. This community is awesome. I feel very blessed and honored when it comes to the community that has been created around this little YouTube channel of mine, and I appreciate all of you. like it's winter or something out here. Well, that is it for this one, you guys. Grab my tiny bag here. Hang on. Where's that? Where's the stick that helps me move? Uh-oh. Hang on. All right, now we're kind of set up. Well, I'm gonna go get checked in, then I'm gonna go pick up my little girl, and I'm just gonna focus on enjoying my time with her, because that's what really matters, especially now, at least for my mental stability. I'm just kidding, obviously. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like, maybe a comment. It really helps the video out. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourself. Most importantly, be positive. I'll see y'all in the next one.